Well, here we are again. I'm in Genesis. You know, one day when I was in the Spirit, the Lord revealed to me that everything can be traced back to the garden. And if it cannot be traced back to the garden, then something is wrong with it. Once you learn the mysteries of the garden, let me teach you one of these mysteries of the garden, or rather, coming out of the garden. You know, when the Lord came looking for Adam and Eve, you know, and they were afraid. They were like, well, we were naked, and, you know, and we were afraid. And he asked them, well, did you eat from the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, of that tree? And he said, well, the woman that you gave me, she beguiled me, or rather, she tempted me, and I did eat. And then the woman, well, the serpent beguiled me, or tempted me rather, and so I did eat. What we don't see is it was the adversary that tempted the serpent. That we don't see. But nonetheless, back to the teaching. On the day of judgment, when we are judged, we are all going to do the same thing. Well, the church tempted me, or the rabbis tempted me, the serpents taught me this, the synagogue, we learned this in the synagogue, we learned this in the church, we learned this everywhere. Everyone is going to try to blame another. But pay attention. Even though the serpent tempted Eve and Eve tempted Adam, the Lord, the Most High, the living Elohim, he punished them all. He punished the serpent. He punished Eve. He punished Adam. But he did not punish the puppet, as I call him. He was not punished because he was being obedient. He was tempted. That's what he does. He tempts us. That's his job. That is why I teach you. Do what the Most High said. Learn it line upon line, precept upon precept. Learn precept upon precept. It is one of my most profound teachings. Even Yhvh told you this. You cannot be deceived. You cannot be tempted if you learn it this way and you learn every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. If you adhere to everything he told you, you cannot be tempted. I mean, you will be, but you will be able to overcome. It's very important. We must learn this concept. It's one of the most important concepts to learn. You know, it's better to never touch this book or come to it. It's better to leave it alone. But, unfortunately, that's not what has happened. We've all been tempted by someone teaching from this book. And now we are in the place where we are going to be asked, well, did you take from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? And we have to say, yes, Lord, I'm so sorry. You know, it's better to go ahead and say, yes, Lord, please forgive me now. It's funny. I know that the Catholic Church teaches the same teaching every year. The same teaching, you know. Like the first week of February this year, next year, the first week of February, they teach the exact same thing. Well, they got that from somewhere. They got that from somewhere. Sometimes we go to ask, you know, like I did when I was young. Would ask the preacher questions, but he couldn't answer my questions. He was wise. He told me to seek God for the answers. At least he was wise. But I have had preachers where they would give you all of the song and dance and lead you the way they were led to learn things. Understanding now that was wrong. But I understand now, line upon line, precept upon precept, and every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High, of the living Elohim. This is our salvation. This is our protection. Even though we don't see it, it is our protection. So let me reiterate. Learn it line upon line, line upon line, precept upon precept, precept upon precept. And write down or pay attention if you don't need to write it down. Pay attention to every word that the Most High spoke, every single word. It's very important. This is the mystery of the Messiah. Every word that proceeded out of his mouth. He is our salvation. And it comes out of his mouth. It's all connected eventually. And some of you will get that aha moment. Oh, wait a minute. Now I see. Now I understand. Please, people, I beg of you, learn it line upon line, precept upon precept. We have been trained to go to others and go to the preacher and go to the rabbi and go to the priest. We have been trained that that's where we seek the answers for the Most High, but that's not true. Seek Him. Seek Him with all of your heart and all of your soul and all of your mind and all that you are. Seek Him. Seeking Him, you obey His words that He spoke.